start at 10. So I have to give them practice with it.
Very good morning to you guys once again, and welcome to the Kamui European Youth Championships. We're coming to you live from the Hotel Therme Olimia in beautiful Podcetrtek in Slovenia. 6 champions crowned already, 2 days to go and 2 disciplines to be decided, 9-ball and the teams. And we start today with 9-ball and an under-19s match between oÞeฬjk from up against Norbert Fervari from Hungary. It's 9-ball, so there's no need to call the shot. It's a race to 7. Alternate break with the 3-point rule in use. 35-second shot clock. I'm Mark White. Great to be with you guys. I think we had Norbert on the stream the other night, actually, during the teams event when they played Lithuania, the Asian, but his team ended up losing. Here we go then, looking to make up for it in the 9-ball. 3-point rule, no problem. Is the 8 going to make it? No, but he did make the 3, or the... Was it the 3-ball? He made something in the corner. Well, it wasn't the 3, because the 3's still there. It was the 5-ball, that's what it was. So maybe we have some new 9-ball fans watching. He's playing a push-out, which means you can push to anywhere on the table. You don't have to hit a rail, you don't have to hit any ball. But of course, your opponent, when he comes back, if he doesn't like what you've left, he can give it back. He's left him a piece of this to play safe off. So send the 1 away. Cue ball in behind the 2, maybe. Or the 6, either. To send the 1 ball somewhere down near the 9, that kind of vicinity. Oh, he's got in behind the 6 very nicely. Well, he's got cover. And it is easy to hit, but he's got to watch the scratch. Could try and make this realistically. Oh, he tried to make it a little bit thin. When I say thin, he missed it altogether. So ball in hand for Walter. Walter already has won the 10-ball. And this is his last year that he can play in the youth. So looking to go out with a bang. He looks a little bit surprised by that. I don't think he played into the side. I think he was playing for it in the top right, believe it or not. A few early nerves maybe, so just the safety. Once again, similar shot to the last one. In behind the 6. Might see the jump cue this time though. You don't see many of those these days, wooden jump cues. Full ball. Gone up towards the 8, but that's okay. Can combo the 4-8, no problem. Now, is there any potential banana skins? I don't think so. Just this positional shot now. Is he going to risk going between the 6 and the 9? Or will he go twice across? Twice across by the looks of it. He's a tall young man. There's not many players that can reach that. 8 ball already gone, so 6, 7, 9 to take an early lead off the break of Norbert. Remember guys, we have 3 tables at the moment on Pro Billiard TV for your viewing pleasure. Tables 1, 2 and 3. If you want to check out those, also EPBF.com. Schedule and latest scores. I will keep you up to date with some latest scores as well as we go along. Talking of wooden jump cues, I just noticed that Walter's using a wooden shaft. And I've mentioned it a few times. There's not many players playing with wood these days, especially the juniors. It's all carbon. That's the way the players start off, so that's the way they carry on. But you'll find a lot of players that started with wood sometimes choose to go back to the wood. Just some say there's more feeling with it. One in the side, 2 and the 7 past the head string, so 3-point rule adhered to. And he does have a look at this 2 ball. Maybe a chance to place some kind of carom into the 3 and nudge it onto the bottom left-hand corner at the same time. So this is a chance for Walter. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's a chance. Be interesting to see if he takes it on. Very calculated player, Walter. Doesn't take too many risks. He's what you'd call a percentage player. Well, he did play a nice cannon and he would have had a lovely 3 ball, but he's left his 2 ball. So first chance for Norbert from Hungary, for Havari. Hopefully I've got that name right, guys. I think the 7 ball may still go past the 9. But he's got a problem, of course, with this 3 ball. Hasn't got on it. So you can either kick behind it or try and make it. Well, I'm a little bit confused there why he took that route. I thought the 1 rail off the back rail or side rail, bottom rail, and try and clip the 3 ball in. First thing Walter's looked at is that 7 ball. Does it go? Well, we'll know from this shot, and I think it does because he's not attempting to play any cannon, just going in behind the black ball up towards the 4. Or is it a 9 combo? 7-9 combo maybe. He's just had a look at that as well. looks pretty wired, doesn't it? I think he's played for it. He's just going to draw back off this 6 ball. Doesn't get any more wired than that, I don't think. So saving a bit of energy. He's just worried because you can get what's called squeeze here. And if they're just slightly, well, if they're touching or just not touching, you can play the opposite side to throw it. The side that you'd normally think you'd have to play, but no problem, and it goes. 2-0 it is. And the Hungarian will be breaking off in rack number 3. Now lots of other matches in progress in the 9 ball. It's all 9 ball at the moment, under 17s, under 19s and the girls. Holding action right now. Hugo Boyle from Spain, the young 12-year-old, 3-2 up against Alexis Giganovic. Apologies if I didn't get the name right there, guys. It's not easy to say Hugo Boyle. He's trying to make the one in the side. It's going to be illegal. It doesn't really matter because look where the 1, 2, 3 is. All nicely lead to each other. Nice and calm though, doesn't he? If he's not careful, Walter is quite capable of running away with this. He's had a few 7-0 wins on his way to the 10 ball title. I mean, it's almost unfair that he's playing in this tournament at all. Of course he's allowed to because he's under 19, but he's making big waves on the big stage at the moment. Playing a lot of the tour matches. And that's why, what a shot he's played there. I think he just has a slight angle as well. Can run through, bounce off the rail, or he can just draw straight back. I think I'd stick my neck out and say I think he's the best player in Sweden at the moment, out of anyone. Please correct me if I'm wrong. One of Mosconi's most famous captains. We called him Nelson, Marcus Shamat. Won a few Mosconi Cups. I think it was 5, wasn't it, when he was captain? Commentated with Marcus on a few occasions. He's a live wire, old Marcus. He's a very likeable, crazy man. So this 9 ball for 3-0. And Walter to break off in rack number 4 as well. So early warning signs here for the Hungarian. He's going to have to... He's nipping out for a quick break. Time out. So we'll do exactly the same, guys, and we'll return with rack number 4 as soon as Norbert comes back from his short break. Back soon. Welcome back, guys, to Slovenia, the Kamui EPBF European Pool Youth Championships. We're playing the 9-ball division, under 19s. OÞēcal against Norbert Fervari. Walter in control, 3-0 and breaking. There's that 1 ball again. And look at the 2. 3 ball, a little bit awkward to get on, but there's, well, he can swing the cue ball between the 6 and the 9 here. And then back across the other side, that's what he's looking at. Go short side on the 3 to the top left. Oh, this is a bit slow. Look of disgust as he walks away. He's either underhit this by a long way or the 3 ball goes past the 7. It's all I can think of. Just the safety, I think, unless he's playing boat. Yeah, just the safety. Got mighty close to the side pocket, but he's got cover. He was very short on the positional side of that shot there, Walter. Never easy though, as I say, when the object ball is so deep in the pocket, like the 2 ball was. Good solid hit. Oh, needs a little bit of luck, but not getting it at the moment. I think he's going to have to draw all the way back here for the 4 into the side pocket. Well, what a draw shot that is. Timed it beautifully. This man is going to be on your screens for a very, very long time. And very often over the next 10 years, I'm pretty sure of it. Not only does he have great technique, great vision, he also has tremendous stroke and temperament. Seems really level-headed. I don't think I've ever met an angry Swede. I think maybe he was trying to catch the point of the pocket there. He's left himself with a bit to do. He needs to get a lot of follow on this ball. Does have a slight angle. Can come round just past the 8. Just giving the cue a wipe down. He knows this is a big, big shot. Not just in this rack, but it could be a big shot in the match overall. If this goes in and he goes 4-0 up, he's in complete control. If he leaves it, there's a chance for Norbert to come back within 2 racks. There you go. What a shot. As he got past the 8. Oh, he has. Could not have hit that any better. What a brilliant shot from oþēcal. That is tremendous. May take his extension here, unless he already has. He's rushing, so maybe he hasn't got one. 5 seconds. This guy really is a huge talent. Two terrific shots there. Okay, he did catch the 8 ball, or the 9 was it, when he made the 7. But you wouldn't begrudge him that little bit of run. Such a terrific shot off the rail. And he does love to run the cue ball, doesn't he? There's no chance of him decelerating. This is an awesome performance from the man from Sweden. 4-0 now. Norbert needs a break and run desperately. Needs a rack on the board, that's for sure. But a break and run would just give him that little kick of confidence. Good morning, Martins Walhuta. Welcome from Hope Town, South Africa. Great to have you with us. I've got a few friends in the cue world industry. Jason Theron I know very well. Craig Bauer. Actually won the 10 ball in the Maldives, I believe. Maldives? May have been Indonesia. Peter Francisco as well, the legendary snooker player. Nephew of Silvino Francisco. We've come to expect more from Walter than that. So this is a chance, the first real chance for Norbert. Can he take advantage? Didn't want that kiss on the 8 ball. I don't think this cuts. I don't think he's got a shot. I think he's going to have to play safe here. Now, 2:30 this afternoon, we will have the teams back in action. 8 ball, 9 ball and 10 ball. 3 players in each team. Each player playing a different discipline. Norway against Croatia. Cyprus against Poland, Serbia against Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia against France, Romania against Poland, North Macedonia against Sweden, Austria against Finland. It's all in the under-19s teams, 17s teams. And then more teams action at 4:30. And we finish off at 7:30 with some teams as well. So plenty of action to come for you guys today on Billiard TV. Tell all your friends. 3 tables, free to watch all day on Pro Billiard TV. Can't be bad, can it? Happy to have you. He's got to show Walter that if Walter does make a mistake, he will punish him for it. So it just puts that little bit of extra pressure on the Swede, even though he has a 4-0 lead. It can soon be depleted. This man's confidence will grow with every shot. Nice angle on this 6. Doesn't have to do anything with a cue ball. Naturally going towards the 7. Just doesn't want dead straight on the 7. Couldn't have played that any better. Now the 7 and the 8 into the same pocket. Stop the cue ball for the 9, and it's 4-1. We've all learned something in this rack. Walter Lycra is human after all. Yeah, well done, Norbert Fehervari. That's a good clearance under pressure after losing the first 4. Reduces the gap to 3 at 4-1. Walter to break off though in rack number 6. We do have a little time off from the commentary booth before the next event. It will be Rome in Italy for the Wheelchair Open, starting from the 31st of July and running till the 6th of August. We have the Women's Banca del Fucino World Championship 10 ball and the Women's Doubles Showdown, sponsored by Fujifilm. So some great out of industries I just mentioned there. Predator Group doing some great things for the game and getting some outside interest as well, which is terrific. Put it in your calendar, 31st of July until the 6th of August. And then will be 3 tables streamed live and free on Billiard TV. Walter straight back in here with a chance of a break and run. Race to 8, so already at the halfway stage. This will put him within 3. Last 32 match, looking for a place in the last 16. Unscathed. So experience now playing with shot clocks. He's always playing in them, whichever tournament he's playing at. Always reaching the latter stages, so he knows all about the shot clock. We're a little bit snatchy there, Walter. He actually looked like an ugly stroke, that one. Just a little bit quick, I thought. And that'll get to him. It's the second miss now. Going up and down, wants it to run a bit. It has, that's okay. So for a steal again, and he will have the break. So make it 4-2 here, break and run, 4-3 all of a sudden. It's game on again. I mean, he's still got a 2-rack lead, of course, at 4-2. But Walter will not be pleased with that miss on the 8-ball. I think if he looks back, I think he might notice something in the stroke there. As we give you another little view of table 2. Raphael 3 down. Back with Norbert breaking off. Trailing 4-1. Predator Arcos. Ball 4. Well, he certainly made 3 points, but he hasn't made a ball. Just hasn't got that one going. That was nicely controlled. There's a slight angle on this 3-ball on the left-hand side of the table for the 4 to the top right. Maybe just a trace of right-hand spin to go between. Oh, it looks like he's drawing, actually. He's straight enough to draw. Beautifully done. Takes the traffic out of the equation, doesn't it? There you see the right hand spin, twisting the cue ball around the 2 rails. Nice little bump on the 7. Just a little bit too straight on this. Can he draw back, pinch a bit? Can he draw back to the right of the 6? I don't think he can play with follow at all. I think he's got to draw back here. Loop bridge. Another big draw shot coming. If he's going to hit a jaw here, he's going to hit the left-hand side as we look. Well, he didn't. He hit the other side. I can't understand that. He was always going to go into the 7. That's another mistake from the Swede. Oh, he's a pretty tall young man. Oh dear. Played perfect for 3 racks. And in the last 3, there's been 3 mistakes. Straightforward draw over to the 8. What a turnaround in this match. Never looked like missing, did he, Lycra? Just proof that no matter how far behind you are, you've got to stay relaxed, stay focused, and be ready for when that opportunity does arise, because 9 times out of 10 you get a chance. It's just whether you take it or not. And so far the Hungarian has responded fantastically. So this 9 ball to get within 1, and it might be Walter Lycra going out for a little bit of a timeout and a talk to himself in the mirror. He might. He's only won 1 of the last 4, and that's why we're at 4-3. Walter Lycra on a timeout. I'm going to do the same, guys. I'll be back with the next rack very, very soon. We'll leave you with a little look there at table 2. Bye for now. Welcome back, guys, to the under-19s 9 ball here in Slovenia, the Kamui European Pool Youth Championships. Last 32 match, oÞeฬjk 4-3 up. No, he's not going to have a shot on the 3, unfortunately, unless the 4 ball has gone in a combo. Could be a set combo to the side, this. He's having a look. Yeah, just the safety. Well, he's created the chance he's made for himself with that good safety on the 3. After making 3 balls on the break. Wow, Walter, what are you doing? He's got away with that slightly. Can go rail first off this bottom rail, a little bit of a massé. Surely he's got to go and try and make this. Yeah, played it way too hard. Didn't give the spin the chance to take. Got away with a big roll there, Walter. Wants to draw back here, but he doesn't want to hamper himself with the 9. So I think he's going to draw well clear of the 9 ball here. Yeah, that gives him a minute. Off the side rail. Leave the cue ball somewhere on the kitchen line. Give himself that nice easy angle to come back for the all-important 9 ball. For a 2-rack lead once again. Already squandered the 3-rack lead he had earlier on. He led 3-0, 4-1. Normal service is resumed. Immaculate hair, immaculate pull in the end for oþeฬjk, and now does indeed lead 5 racks to 3. Mark Jarbo going well. You may remember last night he took the 8-ball title against Haojin Zhang. Terrific performance, and he's just had another great performance over Marco. 7-2 winner, takes him into the last 16. That's losers qualification, and there's a real battle going on between Marcus Ardet and Romeo Rio Rigov from Estonia. Poland's 6-6 right now. Ball down, 2 balls past the head string. Good chance this for Norbert to get back within 1 again. He needs to stick with Walter. It's just a race to 8, remember. Didn't quite get the right side. Big shot to play here. 3 or 4 rails needed. High left on the cue ball. Should be able to between the 8 and the side rail. Back across this side. So this is the big one. Oh, he's overhit it. Good effort though. Now can just roll in behind the 9 ball. He's a little bit disappointed. He knows it was a chance. Just made the rail. Was worried for a couple of seconds, but he's got back control of the table. Surely has to jump this. Now, will he go all out to make it, or will he just play a safety? Yeah, just a safety attempt. It's a pretty good effort as well. Good shot, Walter Lightcrep. Full ball hook on the 6 just as he played it. Reminds me a little bit of Fedor Gorst, Walter Lightcrep. Same kind of style. Who knows, he could be the Gorst. I think Fedor's still only about 24, isn't he? I saw a few people suggesting in the chat that this was going to be an easy game for Walter. There's no such thing in cue sports. You just never know. And this is a good effort. Needs cover. I don't think he's going to get it though. So this is the chance Leica has been waiting for. Kind of does what owiącal does as well in a way. Gets down, has a look to see how the shot looks and feels, and then he'll get up and then reset himself to play the shot. Something about it he doesn't like. I think it's the positional side of it. He's not bothered about the pot. He can make the 6 no problem. I think he can just bounce off the rail a little bit, play the 8 to the... Played it beautifully with top. Didn't like the shot he played earlier on off 2 rails. Terrific cueing once again. Can just drag this in with a bit of right. Water Leica, you smash it in all around, makes the judgment of pace a little bit more difficult, but that couldn't have gone any better. Let's play the side at that pace. Terrific shot. Maybe just isn't that confident of leaving himself distance on crucial. It's an 8 ball earlier on, didn't he, if you remember? Seems a long while ago that now. But this 9 ball for a 3-rack lead for the 2nd time in the match. He led at 3-0, remember. And now he'll be just 2 away from a place in the lane. Good stuff. And he does have the break also. Well, we have another result for you. Rio Rigov has beaten Marcus Ardlet from Estonia, his fellow Estonian, 7 racks to 6. Fabrizio in Glaski as well, having a great European Championships. You may remember, he got to the semis yesterday. He's just won 8-1 against Alex Nikovic in the under-19s 9 ball. He'll move on to 16. Now then, there's a bit of a mess here. Should I be crazy and suggest a 4-ball combo here? That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it, to say something like that? Surely just a safety in behind the 7 and the 6. Yeah, very nicely done. Perfect safety. We are playing the 3-foul rule, and it's the position of the balls which is causing Walter to play this shot. Not exactly as planned, but I think he's cut off the one rail escape. So it's going to be minimum of 2 in Kamui. Two fouls. A wide little smile there from Norbert. Yeah, play the hook on the 3. I'll get your opponent in real big trouble here. Has he gone just a fraction too? He'd love to get that 3 ball in behind the 7 and the 6 if possible. Yeah, he just came a little bit too far on the positional side of it. Just calling the referee back again. He's just warned him. He's on 2. You must warn the player. You saw Walter just gesticulating. 2. Now he miscued on his last attempt. And this would be a very cruel way to lose a rack and let your opponent on the hill. Good shot. A lot of pressure on that. And he's got him back as well. Touché. Good solid hit that from the Hungarian. Well, this rack has turned around completely now. 6 and the 8, I believe, are a combo. Could even go into them here if he wanted to. Just checking to see if the 6 and the 8 are wired. Looks pretty makeable to me. Just got away from him slightly. And the problem he's got here, he's getting over the correct side. That's why, he's played the bank. I'm pretty sure he didn't play to make that because he himself on the 6 ball. So a little mistake there on the 4. And this is real oដ្ឋęcal territory, this one. Wow, how close. Already won the 10 ball. He'd love to add the 9 ball title. It doesn't look like it's on, does it, from that angle? From the overhead, it looked like it was on. Can he risk heading past the 8 ball? Can he get between the 8 and the 7? Wow, it did go. I think in the end he just thought, I'm going to take a chance here. He does have a look at the 7 ball, or maybe not. Not enough of it, perhaps. He's struggling to get on the hill here. It's a big hill. He's been climbing for some time now. Oh. He fooled us all. Could see it after all. He's beginning to show a little bit of emotion now. And finally, he does arrive at the hill, 7-3 now. The biggest lead he's had in the whole match. He needs just one. So Norbert Fervari breaking off to stay in the match. But it's not all over for the loser of this match, of course. This is the last 32. We'll have another chance. That's a great hit from Walter there. Really is kind of just a hit and hope that you get some kind of safety. Not sure if he has left this to the top right. Just want you to know, guys, yes, I have read your comments and I've sent a message to the appropriate people who are going to check it out for you. So sorry if you are experiencing some kind of bad connection. Of course, we're working on it to make sure your viewing pleasure is not compromised just too much, keeping it to a minimum. So we are working on it, guys. Meanwhile, Walter with a chance. Oh, it's a loose one as well this time. Has he got lucky or not? Not this time. Hard to know how Walter will be feeling inside. I mean, he's 7-3 up, but by his own high standards, he won't be happy with his performance in this match, I don't think. He's missed a few too many balls. And he has been hitting the balls thick, which he's been missing. Another attempt up. Maybe cue ball into the 8 here. No, I didn't even play it. Played the safety. Might make the 5. He's gone too far. Wasn't an easy pot. Just overran the cue ball a couple of inches. Just not happening for the Hungarian at the moment. We are due to be back on at 11:30. That's in about 20 minutes from now. Well, hopefully, guys, The choppiness has gone. The seas are calm once again. Put your life rafts and life belts away. Sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the match. So it's going to be another rack back by the looks of it for the Hungarian. Was 3 racks behind earlier on in the match. But of course, with your opponent on the hill, he is relying, of course, on water messing up. But the Swede has, well, he hasn't been mistake-free, that's for sure. Made 4 or 5 errors in the 10 racks, which is very uncharacteristic for Walter. All this man can do is just keep taking the chances that come his way. So 7-4. And there you see the other 2 tables already finished. Now Ruben Gomez, who of course won the straight pool for Portugal in the under-19s. He's 8-2 winner over Rafael Biasio. Oh, that's a nice little bump. Jump cue will be coming out for Walter. He's pretty adept with the short cue. Expect him to get very, very close, if not make this. What a shot. Does the 4 past the 6. Looked like that's where he played position 4. So maybe it does. Looks very tight on the screen. Wow, that is tight. Just the safety, surely. Try and get the cue ball in behind the 6. Send the 4 away. You just never know whether Walter's happy or not happy with the shot. Kind of got the same expression either way. I'm sure he'll be happy with the length on the 4 and the pace on the cue ball. Not left anything easy. Thin safety here as well. Trying to bring the cue ball around 2 or 3 rails. Oh, this is a great shot. Take a bow. Terrific shot. Oh, I thought that was worth a tap on the table. Walter doesn't think so. Oh, I thought that was exactly how he played the shot. Mind you don't push that cue ball into the 6. Oh, it's another chance for the Hungarian to prolong this match just a little bit longer. Maybe the feathers just being ruffled a little bit. This young man, nothing to lose. Just keep plugging away. Keep waiting for your chances and take them when they do arise. Oh, that could be it now, though. Shame, really, because it's one he knows he should have got. And I think normally he would have done. He's just been under a lot of pressure from the get-go, really. But this young man won't be entirely happy with his performance. I'd love to see what he says in an interview with Luke Riches if he does go on to win this match, which looks likely now. Yeah, and again, not what he played. Okay, he's still on the 5, but running into balls once again. He was stretching a lot, wasn't he? A lot of cue overhang from the bridge. Just wondering if that may have had something to do with it. Very easy to change the tip position on the cue ball when you're stretching like that. You kind of run out of arm. Oh, and he's going for the early win here. Wasn't easy, of course, to get on the 6 ball. So this 6-9 combo, I'm going to use the term to fall over the line because it hasn't been a sprint. But in it goes, the handshake will come. Well played, Norbert. He took some of the chances that he was offered. But this young man at the table won't be overly happy. But he's through, and that's all that matters in pool. Thank you so much for your company. I'll be hopping on over to table 2 for our next match at 11:30. Tim DeLater will be taking over on table 1. Until then, I'm Mark White. I'll be on the other side of the arena.
Good morning and welcome back to Pro Billiard TV. This is the Kamui EPBF European Pool Youth Championships, and our next match for today is a last 32 match in the under 19 division. We have arrived to our final discipline. It's the 9 ball, and it will be a race to 8 alternating break between Robin Hage Pettersen from Norway, the man who took the title in a hill fashion yesterday in the 8 ball division. He will be taking on Ahmet Efekan Karaslan from Turkey. There's no extra rules on breaking inside or outside the box, but we are using the 3-point rule. So every ball you make is a point, and every ball you get into the kitchen is a point. And together you have to get to 3 points. As you can see, makes the 1, but only the 8 ball may be past the kitchen, so only 2 points. So control passes to Pettersen, who's looking to go aggressive on this. Can he make this and still be on the 3 ball? If you want to punch the ball a little bit, I feel like the shot itself is easier, but you're going to run fuller into the 9. If you play it real soft, you might be able to squeeze by it, but the shot gets a lot harder. Nicely done, nice cueing. Most of the cases in 9 ball, it's 1 or 2 good shots, and all the others are staying in line. Might have to go 2 rails forward. Yeah, I would have liked a little bit of right spin on there to get the cue ball off the rail a bit more. We'll have to jack up now. Yeah, would be the ideal start to take the rack off your opponent's break and put a breaker run on it, go 2-0 up and get cruising. Easier said than done, obviously. A bit straight on the 8, so we'll have to draw back. Just draw back to where you are right now at least. From there, everything on the 9 should be fine. And the first rack stolen by Pettersen on Karaslan's break. This is a last 32 matches I mentioned. A single elimination. We're slowly getting to the cream of the crop. If you would like to follow all the live scores, go to EPBF.com, because we do have a lot more last 32 matches going on and in the other divisions, so I won't be able to go over all of them. Yeah, this is more like it. Looks like the 3-ball is gonna stop just in time. 2 balls in, the 3-ball into the kitchen, so 3-point rule is passed. And now in order, if you look at how much space there is. Left himself a little bit more angle on the 4, but he can draw into the left long rail and back out. Low right spin. Well, slightly longer on this 7. Kinda like going with top left, 2 rails back to the middle of the table. Some players like to play this with low left, but really have to dig low enough to be a bit closer to the 8. Ooh, that just barely dropping and still not much closer to the 8. But he still has a shot. And the 9 quite similar to the one he's had in the previous rack. This for 2-0. And the perfect start for Pettersson. Yeah, does tap the table, but you know, he's come up with a breaker run. Not much to tap the table for. So Karaslan back to break the balls. Needs to change something, but again, nothing going in. This time legal though. But that's not gonna make a change. Pettersson is at the table. I do think he can actually still cut this into the middle. If he doesn't fancy it, he could play the cue ball under the 7. And the 1 ball 2 rails above the 8. Or behind the 9. Good choice, good shot. Score now 2-0. Not sure why the score is not updated, but maybe we have a slight lag in the system, who knows. So Karaslan now kicking from the top. Might have to play with a little bit of right spin to run into the 1 and to find the window. He's caught it too much on the side. Yeah, still somewhat of a tricky 1 ball. To drop this in, the cue ball most likely will get near the 6. Can go 2 rails forward maybe. Top right spin around the 4. And awkward cueing now over the 6. Is he going into the bottom short rail with top spin? Or does he have a way to kill the cue ball, to hold it there? Oh, a little bit much to ask probably. So first time we can get to see Karaslan play. I have not seen him before, but I'm hoping for him. He runs his rack. I would say start with the 3 ball into the left middle. And didn't really have to do much on the 3 ball, but took his eye off the shot. And now a wide open opportunity for the Norwegian to get the stroke going. Just gotta find the center of the table. And now crossover. Could even land 2 rails between the side and the 5 ball. Top right spin. Oh, a lot of deceleration there. Pulled the cue back all the way to his hand for a ball that needed maybe just a little tap. Like really pushed the cue ball. Not as in a double contact, but just literally drifted the cue ball off the line. I think he's kind of fortunate to still leave a hook, but doesn't make him feel much better. Now kicking at this. It's a good hit. I would have liked to see this with a little bit more pace. At this pace, I don't think anything good could have happened besides making the ball. There's so many ways he could have played himself on the 5, and he tried to draw back. Could have played around the 9, 2, 3 rails. Is he going to try and still nick this thin? Yes. Well, even if you do not run out all the time, as long as you play this kind of defense, you stay in control. Well, it's something of an escape. I might try to play this with a lot of drag. Run the cue ball softly into the 6 while playing the 5 to the left. You can bump the 6 a little bit. Just gotta make sure you get the pace right. No, he chose to go behind the 8. Brought the 5 ball back into the 6. He's played a good shot there. I was afraid of running into the 6. But he's judged it really well. Well, very thin contact. For a second looked like he was gonna maybe find some luck behind the 7 or the 9. But there's a shot on. A long stop shot on the 5. Would like to maybe even stun run, as in the cue ball moves one ball forward after stopping. It makes the shot more sensitive. So he said, let me just draw it back and take the 6 from where we are now. Nice solid stroke. Nice angle on the 6, can go to the middle of the table. Yeah, 9 ball, you very often play for the center of the table, in this case too. 2 rails back to the center, and every time you just read what kind of angle you get. For example, on this 8, it's a lot different than if you move maybe a diamond further. So you need to learn all these kind of positions and then what kind of cue ball movement is attached to it. And the space is looking good. That means he's settling down. It's for 3-0. And he does have a break coming. This is now day 8 out of 9 days here in Podcetrtek, Slovenia. Only we'll have the 9 ball and the teams division to finish. Yeah, this is the schedule for the rest of today. At the moment we have Peterson Karasan, of course, on table 1, Maimre and Panzic on table 2, and Krobot against Fischer on table 3. We will have a little break after this match, and then we will have a round at 2:30, 4:30 and 7:30. All 3 in the teams event as well. One of the most fun to watch in my opinion, because it's not just individually, they are just looking on their over their shoulders to see how their teammates are doing. You know, you can feel they care a lot about their country. Oh, this is a little bit of a roll. I mean, he's hit it well, he's made 3 balls on the break, but looked to be illegal to then have the 8 ball drop. And shape on the 2. This match can go real fast if you start to break like this. Of course, you still have to clear up, so let's see if maybe something unexpected happens, but you can leave yourself high. Yeah, a little bit further on the 6 than he would have liked, but again, low right spin. He doesn't put as much right spin on the cue ball on these kind of shots I've seen, which would bring the cue ball a bit closer to the 7. And another breaker run. Puts Pettersson on 4-0. I have a feeling Karaslan has called his timeout. So we're going to have a little look at table 2, where Panzic is up 2-0 against Revo Maimre. Revo at the table. Yeah, nice cueing on the 7. One of the players I have seen around playing a lot of tournaments, Revo Maimre, just with how well he cues the ball. Just so many odd mistakes, or just sometimes it looks like he doesn't necessarily seem to find the right shot also in some moments. Then again, I mean, he's young. When we were young, we didn't know either, so it does make sense. If you look at how he struck the 7 ball, did hit it well, so 2-1 will be breaking. Yeah, we will just be waiting for Karaslan to come back from his timeout. It's maximum 5 minutes, only 3 minutes and a little bit to go. Call the push out, but I'm quite sure Panzic is going to try and get the cue ball behind the 6, 1 rail. Well, quite thin. Yeah, he did tap the table. He knows he's a bit fortunate, but he made a ball. Cue ball traveling around the rack. At least he's got it legal this time. He's been struggling twice now on the break. And, I mean, there's always a run out, but with how the 7, 8 and 9 are laying, not very easy. Nice shot on the 1. You could have thought maybe he did get a little bit cold in the chair. He only got to play a couple safeties, couple kick shots, not too much feeling. But nice cueing. Yeah, good shot right there. This is, or this was, key shot for the rack. Had to make a decent split. Now, probably would draw into the right long rail and straight out to have the 6 into the left middle. He's looking at going to the top side. This is more traveling and a lot of area where you do not have a shot on the 6 to the bottom right. And did get the wrong angle on the 6 too. Ooh, that looked a little bit wide. Now he doesn't have to apologize for everything. I mean, in the end, okay, he didn't make the pot as clean as he wanted to, but it's still a good shot. Don't talk your way out of things, you know. Don't make yourself feel bad. Yeah, decided to put his everything into it. Could have stopped the cue ball, so now a little bit more nervy 9. But he does get the job done. A break and run from Karaslan, and he really needed a break and run. He's down 4-1. And Patterson breaking. Looking to make the 1 in the middle, the 7 into bottom right corner. Well, this is going to be illegal. Only made 1 ball and only 1 ball into the kitchen. Yeah, very difficult to get onto the 3 ball. He's looking at playing with draw to draw the cue ball off the 9. Backup table for the 3 ball. Don't think there's any way for him to go around the 9. I think he's always going to make a contact with the 9 ball. Oh, what a big shot he's come up with. What a shot. I have to say, for someone that is down the whole match, the previous wreck, the 1 ball, and now that 2 ball, gotta give big credits. Yeah, before you know it, you're 4-2. You're breaking yourself. You know, like you have your own break. you really get your hopes up at some point. You know, it's you can feel when the momentum is thriving you. Just gotta make sure he gives himself plenty of angle to go up table, and he has done that. Kinda like to go to the top left corner with the cue ball. No, he did go forward. Yeah, playing a little bit with fire there. The cue ball stays. And this 9 for 4-2. Yeah, things are really going his way right now. And I'm not saying that in a, oh, he's being very lucky kind of way. I'm saying right now everything he's striking has been gold. Now with the 3-ball. I think the 3-ball still goes by the 6. Just gotta make sure he leaves himself an angle to get to the top right corner for the 4. Everything else should be a formality. Besides the pressure, there is always the pressure. Well, did choose to bring the cube all the way down, a bit risky. Yeah, that makes this 4-3. And we have a match again. Break a run and just at the moment where I feel like we're going heads up, even though the score is 4-3, Patterson now has called his timeout, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a little bit. Now Pancic 3-2 up. And missing the 7 ball, you could just see. He's looking rather frustrated into the crowd. Yeah, and again, the schedule, like I said, we will have a short break after this round. And then we will have matches at 2:30, 4:30 and 7:30. They're all team division, so of course they can run a bit faster, a bit shorter, or quite longer. In general, they take longer, but you just never know. So let's say this is the overall schedule for today. And then tomorrow we will be back at 8:30 with the 9-ball quarterfinal, semifinal and the final, followed with the team semifinal and final. So after today we're going to know our quarterfinalists in the 9-ball and our semifinalists in the teams. Now he has taken his time out, but must feel a bit different. Knowing you were up 4-0, you take a timeout, and now you come back, you're 4-3 up just. This break will feel a lot different. Again, he's missed one of those before, queuing over a ball. Yeah, and also this time, Patterson is a bit shook at the moment. And there's many things, many ways players think, you know, I've had it myself, going up 4-0, playing well, and telling myself, well, I should be going over this guy easy, you know, I'll be done in probably 20 minutes, already thinking about the pool. And then the other guy coming back, going hill, you know, take the most of the time. We've all had it. Are these the correct thoughts? No. Do they happen at times? Yes. And look at this for a big stroke. Barely had any angle. Punched the cue ball in and out the rail. Oh, I was gonna say, would like to leave the 3-ball over the corner. Just a little bit patient. I think he's still okay for the 5 in the middle. Needs a recovery, needs to draw away on this. The other option is to take a big risk, go into the 9 with topspin. If you skim off it and you run into the 8, just make sure you don't play it too soft, and you might have something if you feel like you cannot draw away from the 9. Oh, it's still okay. He's on to the 8 to the middle. So we'll have to play this in the middle. Oh, and he's missed it. Maybe working the cue ball a bit more to try and get straight. Oh, imagine this would have been for each. So Pettersson should be happy to get back to the table, but this one is not easy either. Yeah, he does get the job done. Wasn't the easiest 8 ball. And couldn't draw all the way down, so 2 critical shots in the match. And instead of 4 each, we're going 5-3 for Pettersson. Karaslan will be kicking himself a little bit on the inside. Of course, he still has time to get even. Oh, and he's miscued on the break. Honestly, of course, it's ball in hand for Pettersson. But I have to say, imagine if he had completely missed the rack. Could have been a 3-foul position. On the other side now, you kind of have to pray for another opportunity. So either way, might cost him a rack. And this 9-ball break, it's not like you have to crush him that hard. So to miscue off the break, a bit surprising. Oh, yeah, too much. It's easy to say afterwards, but the only thing you could have said to yourself is, you know, don't even try to get any closer to the 6. Get to the long rail and see whatever you get on the 6 ball. Just don't scratch. But like I said, it's easy to say afterwards. So still letting the door open a little bit for the Turk. Does it have enough speed? No, it's not gonna make it. Oh, he'll be disgusted. As much of a comeback he just made. The same way he's just losing it right back to Pettersson. Yeah, this for 6-3. And Pettersson breaking for a chance to get on the hill. Yeah, table 2 now. Panzic 5-3 up against Mijmre. Oh, and another one of those breaks. Look at this. 3 balls in. Shape on the 4. Okay, it might not be the prettiest shot to play. And he's looking at stopping the cue ball. I think it's still okay to go forward, but if you feel like you're gonna double hit the cue ball, then you could indeed stop the cue ball and take the 5 into the middle. Yeah, could float this in for the 6 on the short side. Ooh. I was gonna say he wanted to stun it to kind of kill the cue ball over. Gives the 5 ball a bit more pace. Could have stayed up. You could see the Turk in the background also. Karaslan for a second. He thought he was gonna stay up. So you could see his leg move. He was ready to go. I like with how much heart Karaslan is playing. Oh, this is also way too much. Why did he not play with left spin? To play the 7 into the top left, he would be running towards the 7. So, safety, or is he... Well, you could still go for a cut, bring the cue ball to the center of the table, then the cut on the 8. Yeah, both the 7 and the cue ball. A little bit of frustration. Exactly what Karaslan needs. So 6-4. Karaslan to break the balls. Yeah, I have to say honestly, it was just a couple mistakes where I feel like Karaslan has lost the plot. Why is he now breaking from the middle? What? Just because he miscued once from the side and he's miscued again. What is... I just don't understand. Before he was breaking well from the side. And I did mention the 3 fouls. Well, there's a chance it might still happen. Now, you could shoot the cue ball into the 5. Yeah, there's the tip. There must be something off on the tip, but... Oh, it's going 3 rails at it. Close. That is the second foul. It's going to play just the same shot. Yeah, imagine you've had 2 miscues on the break. And now you're being taken on 3 fouls, or possibly taken on 3 fouls. Kinda has to be where the middle pocket is to go 3 rails. It's actually the point where it has to be. It's very close near. Could play just in front with a lot of left. I don't think he will have to get that far on the left long rail. I think his measurement is not completely there. No, too long. And that means Pettersson wins his rack in a 3 foul fashion. And is now on the hill, 7-3 advantage. Now, I'm not sure. Did something go wrong? Because Karaslan just broke the balls. But the dot is at Karaslan's name, so I actually didn't see it either. Did he break twice in a row? I don't know. At least both the players are not paying attention to it. Makes the 1, and look at the 9. Oh, it makes 2 balls and the 3 ball passing the kitchen. Horrendous ending for Aramith, omiejcal and Karaslan. And it is Robin Hagen Pettersson through to the last 16. Now, thanks everybody once again to be live with me at Probeer TV. My name is Tim de Ruiter. We will be back at 2:30 local time in Podcetrtek, Slovenia. So hopefully we can get to welcome you back in approximately 2 hours. See you soon.